But how could you travel through time without a transporter? Same way I sent you back without me. Piezoelectricity. Ever heard of that? I shake my head and listen carefully as Mal explains. The transporter is a device powered by the mind, and our brains give off electric signals. Well, crystals also give off an electric charge when they're under pressure. So I used a compression spell that allowed me to crush the crystal with my hand. That released enough energy to jumpstart the transporter, and you steered it with your thoughts. When I was ready to make my own journey, I just needed a way to contain all the energy I was trying to harness from my own mind, the crystal and the volcano. So I found a hollowed out tree, used my compass to set the right coordinates, and then I got lucky. I look ahead and see that Sis is waiting for us next to the guardhouse. At least a dozen butterflies circle her head and shoulders, wrapping her in a rainbow veil. The lost dragon must be returned to me, Sis says solemnly. The girl is no thief. She now feels bound to the creature just as it feels bound to her. But those dragons, all of them, belong here with me. They do not belong in your world. I know, Sis, Ma says, and I sure am sorry things turned out this way. But we'll get this mess cleaned up. Leave it to me. Sis sweeps her dark eyes over me. The boy cannot be trusted. Hold on now, Ma says as she drapes a protective arm across my shoulders. He's had a rough first day on the job, and Jack still has a lot to learn, but I trust him, and I'll need his help to set things right. I will provide the help that you need, Sis says. That won't be necessary, Ma says with a smile that seems a bit forced. I insist, Sis replies in a way that makes it clear her offer cannot be refused. Ma simply nods, and Sis raises her hand. The butterflies gather round, and Sis reflects a fiery red one to accompany us back to Brooklyn. I watch as she cradles the butterfly in the palm of her hand, whispering instructions that Ma and I can't hear. The other butterflies wheel away on the breeze, and then the red one flits from Sis to me. Hold out your hand, Ma says. I do as I'm told, and the red butterfly settles on my palm. I don't see how a flimsy butterfly is going to help us transport a fast-growing dragon, but Ma and Sis must know something I don't. Sis runs her hand over Ma's neatly braided hair and says, remember your promise. When you return, you will stay. For a moment, Ma says nothing, and part of me hopes she'll refuse. How will I learn all there is to know about magic if Ma retires so soon? But after a few more seconds, Ma finally nods. Sis opens her arms, and Ma steps into a hug that lasts a long time. I look at that peaceful smile on Ma's face and wonder if that's how I look when Mama holds me. Finally, Ma and Sis pull apart. Ma goes over to the guardhouse and opens the door. I try to follow her, but Sis blocks my way. You have in your possession things that are precious to me. See that you treat them with care and return them unharmed, boy. My name's Jax, I tell her in my most respectful voice, and I won't let you down, Sis. I'm not sure why, but I decide to add, I promise. One of Sis's eyebrows goes up in surprise. A promise in this realm carries real weight, Jax. It means a lot in my world too, I tell her. Sis looks down at me, and I think I can see something in her eyes that wasn't there before. Respect. She steps aside, and I squeeze past Ma to stand inside the dark guardhouse. To my surprise, the butterfly's red wings start to pulse with light as they slowly open and close. Maybe this little helper will come in handy after all. Until we meet again, I hear Sis say. Then the door closes, and Ma places her hands on my shoulders. Ready, Jax? She asks. Ready, Ma, I reply. The guardhouse shudders and then shoots upward and takes us back to Brooklyn.